This segment of tonight's show is about how individuals of all ages can earn college credits through an online platform, and more importantly, how to have those college credits recognized in earning a college degree. My name is Jim Connor. Welcome to Game Changers Silicon Valley. My guests are Cheli of Study.com and Max Dehart, a student who is pursuing his degree via the program. Bo and Max, welcome to the show. So Bo, your company, Study.com, has a unique initiative that they're undertaking, which is to use that online educational platform to allow people to take college courses and earn college credits. Tell me a little bit about how this program works.
Yeah, it's really exciting actually. We have thousands of courses on Study.com's website, ranging all the way as young as elementary school all the way through college. But the most exciting thing we're doing is we have now close to 80 college courses that are recommended for college credit. Somebody can come to our website, and we have a subscription model where they can be members of our website and each month take up to 2 college courses that can transfer to our partner university. So just going to our website, watching our courses, watching our videos, which will count towards the college credit, and that will transfer to our partner college.
I'm pretty interested in this because I think education is very important to our society, and the fact is a lot of people simply, for one reason or another, don't have the opportunity to go to college right after high school. We'll talk to Max here about that. So my question is it traditional, is the approach traditional in the sense that I need to select business or engineering or something else and start taking the courses in that lead to that degree?
Well, for what we're doing for our latest initiative, the Mountain View Working Scholars, we've compiled a complete business degree, a Bachelors of Business. So while we do have a wide breadth of courses ranging economics, science, math, the Mountain View Working Scholars is engineered solely towards a business degree, and now we're developing a liberal arts degree. So either one of those you want to pursue, we have those basically all the way built out so that you can take all the courses through us and then transfer to the university to get your diploma.
Is there any requirement for me to enroll in this?
For Mountain View Working Scholars, you have to meet one of 2 requirements. You have to either live in Mountain View or work in Mountain View. That's it. Okay. As long as you meet those requirements and you are of, you have your high school diploma and you want to get your college degree, that's it. Okay.
Max, you're a student that's undertaking this. Tell us a little bit about your situation. What led you to decide to pursue this?
So I went to high school, and then immediately after that I took some classes, just trying to figure out what exactly I'm taking the classes for, just getting my general ed out of the way.
I mean college classes?
College classes, yeah.
And where did you do that? So
I went to San Jose City College, just got a couple classes out of the way. And then I kind of just got caught up in working basically, and had to pay some bills and just didn't have time to go to school, take classes, spend a lot of time kind of commuting and stuff like that. And so while I was working out in Mountain View, actually, that's when I met Bo, is he was walking by downtown Mountain View and stopped by the shop, and he had like a stack of flyers too, like promoting the program and kind of telling people that, hey, basically like we have a course for you, free education, are you interested? And it works around my schedule and it's absolutely free, so I was like, this is perfect, this is the opportunity I was looking for.
So you're pursuing the business degree then?
Correct, yeah.
Was that a conscious choice you made to pursue the business degree, or is it the fact that it's no cost?
It's both, actually. Yeah, I think business degree goes pretty universal to anything, and so it was kind of a win-win situation.
Well, a degree is always a good thing to have, and a business degree, in my opinion, is probably really very helpful to have, and it's great that you're doing it. So how did this evolve? The company's been around, I think you told me, 15 years.
Right. The reason this evolved and the reason we're doing it for Mountain View is, we've been in this city for about 15 years. We've recognized that Mountain View has done very well in the past decade and a half, and it's experienced a lot of prosperity. We also noticed that not everybody has been able to participate in that prosperity. There's this assumption that if you live in Mountain View, you work at Google or LinkedIn, or you work for a high-tech company. But the fact of the matter is, there's thousands of workers that do not work there and are caught between oftentimes paying for their rent or their college degree. And since Mountain View's done we've done very well in Mountain View, and it's been a very good city for us. We want to, give something back to the community. So that got us thinking, what can we do for Mountain View? And we recognize that we have a very unique way to go to college. We have a very unique model. We have very strong partnerships with our universities that, end up granting the degree. So it simply came down to how can we help Mountain View, and that is if you are a member of this community or you are benefiting this community by working here and you want to pursue your degree but you just don't have the time or the money, then let's offer scholarships to cover the study.com portion. And then we, one of our biggest allies was when the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce heard about this, they were quick to adopt this and quick to go out and raise funds so that they can cover the final cost. Because when you do transfer to our university partners, there's cost there. And we're working diligently with the Chamber of Commerce to raise funds to cover that cost so that a degree for Max is essentially completely free.
Completely free?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Assuming it completes the program all the way through, right?
Yep, exactly.
Max, how long do you think this is going to take?
You can take up to 2 classes a month. And that being said, after transferring to, I think you can complete it within 2 years and have a bachelor's degree.
Well, that's faster than it would take anybody to get through a regular bachelor's. Is that kind of accelerated, or
It is,
can you
yeah.
test through some of the courses and show a competency?
Well, essentially, I mean, that's basically what our courses are, where you watch a video and you take a quiz and you progress through it that way, and at the end you just take a test. What's really exciting about it and what's really appealing to people who are working full time is our courses don't assign homework. They're not long lectures. They're very modular and bite-sized. Each video averages about 5 minutes at a time. So you watch a video and progress, and you don't have to sit through a long lecture. You don't have big projects, and you just take a test at the end of it. That's all it is.
So if I wanted to, if I'm taking the business class that you're taking, some of that, and I'm taking a relatively dry but very important topic, accounting, do I just pass the accounting test, or do I need to at some point demonstrate a little more proficiency in terms of a discussion or an understanding of it?
It is all competency based, and because our tests are so thorough and our videos, the accounting course is going to be, I don't know the exact number, but probably upwards of 100 small videos, and each video is so small and modular that to get to the next video, you have to prove that you understood the concepts in that video. So we see tremendous pass rates, we see tremendous results from it. We see people that when they pass these courses, they speak about how much they learned. We put animation to every video, so not only are you hearing the knowledge and you can read along too, there's a transcript there for you, but our animators basically put the teaching to a very real-world scenario where they use actual real-world scenarios to teach the accounting, so somebody sees it and learns it on the spot.
Approximately how many courses does it take to get through the bachelor's program?
To get through the business degree, it's 90 credits that you got to take through us. So that's essentially 30 courses. So you can get through those, like you said, 2 a month. And we're actually now, this is kind of a new thing, that we're allowing Mountain View working scholars to take more than 2 a month if they want to get through it even faster. Traditional bachelor's degree from our partner university, Thomas Edison State University, is 120 units. So you take 90 through us, and then depending upon how many of your previous college credits you have, like Max said, he has some, most of the Mountain View working scholars that have applied to be part of the program either have their AA or 15 or 30 or 50 prior units. Those will fill in that gap to get them from 90 to 120, and then they have to take one final course through our partner university to get the degree through Thomas Edison. If somebody doesn't have those previous credits, you asked earlier about can you test out of a course. When you go to Thomas Edison, there's those other courses you would have to take to fill that gap, but you can actually do a challenge exam through Thomas Edison, of which we have created courses to help you prep for that challenge exam. So essentially, you can do it all through us, go through Thomas Edison, take the final course, and there you go.
It's very good. I haven't intended to leave you out of the conversation, Max, so that's why we put you in the middle too. So what's it been like for you? Is it as good as it sounds?
Honestly, it really is, and I think that's the surprising factor to it. I didn't know what to expect. It's been years since I've been back to school. And so just diving into more of an online course and program's been kind of like just a learning process, but the good part is they kind of help you transition into learning and studying online. They offer classes that kind of assimilate you into their system of education. And I think that with the program existing and like having a chance to get an education around your work schedule is like the most important concept. But then on top of that, like being free and a part of that program as well, it's amazing,
What kind of work do you do?
So I work retail.
You work retail?
Yeah, I sell furniture. Yeah.
Well, a business degree would be relatively important there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And might lead to some promotions or maybe other opportunities on down the road.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it too, is I kind of traveled down a path where I'm just mostly working, and I can get so far with that with experience, but I think a degree especially will help open doors to further advancement.
I'm really interested, and I think our audience would like to hear too.
Sure.
What do the other schools think of this? They think that this Thomas Edison University is some kind of maverick and upsetting the apple cart, or?
Yeah, we like to think they're very progressive. I mean, Thomas Edison, why I can always speak so highly, always speak so highly of them, is one of their missions is to help adult learners complete their degree. That's one of their missions. And when they look at what we're doing at study.com, they can't help but say, well, that's fulfilling our mission. That will help adult learners complete their degree even faster. So they're staying true to what their mission is, and they're realizing that education is changing. But to better answer your question, there are other universities now that are seeing what Thomas Edison is doing with us and have contacted us and say, hey, this is something we might want to get in on.
Mm-hmm. So you went to a conference recently. You told me on the phone when we chatted.
Yeah.
And, what was the feedback of that university? They're starting to think twice about this.
They're looking at the partnership that we have with Thomas Edison and saying, explain this, and why is it that you're doing this, and why is Thomas Edison doing this, and all we do is simply explain it to them, and they start to think, oh, this might be something that would benefit our community. I would say most all colleges deal with a certain level of impaction those first couple years, and having students trying to get those courses, and this might help alleviate that problem for some colleges.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Let me touch briefly on your history. You were a high school teacher, it sounds like, correct?
I was, yeah.
How many years did you teach high school?
Roughly 14. Yeah.
14?
Yeah.
It's quite an experience to have. You've got
I-
some great stories, I'm sure.
I got a few, yeah.
Yeah, but then you
Yeah.
transitioned over to study.com.
I did, yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Extremely happy with it. Well, it's fulfilling part of my mission too, is I just want to help students learn and better their lives. And I know we spoke briefly about this earlier, but I had a number of students over the years when they were graduating high school. Part of my job was really motivating kids and getting them to do their best. And a number of conversations, without getting into too big of a specifics about, they'd say, Mr. Cheli, I really want to do well, and I know you want me to go to college, but even if I do, and even if I can't, it's just not an option for me. I have to get a job. I can't afford college. And you would tell them about all these online universities and these scholarships, and it wasn't so much that they couldn't afford it, even if they had scholarships, but they had to start working. They had to start providing for their family. So the mission that study.com is on, helping the working individual and helping the adults get their degrees, it just really spoke to me, and it's an endeavor that that I'm happy pursuing right now.
That's great. So Max, you got a bright future in front of you. Has this educational experience changed your outlook on life a little bit?
I think it has. Yeah, it's opened the idea that there's more possibilities out there given the present opportunity. So maybe not just like completely turn my life around 180 degrees yet, but it's definitely inspiring to be a part of it, and then also positive too.
Have you met anybody else going through the course by chance?
Yeah, actually, so I work in Mountain View in a little small company, but we have a couple other people too that also work with study.com.
Well, I think we're kind of out of time, but I
Okay.
wanted to let you give your contact information if anybody would like to follow up with study.com or the website.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's simple as that. You'd have to go specifically to study.com/MV for Mountain View. So study.com/MV. And that will you can apply to be part of the program there. And essentially, it'll answer every question you have about study.com, Thomas Edison, why we're doing this.
I really enjoyed having both of you on the show here. It's a great project. I think the city is very happy, very proud, and I'm
Yeah.
glad the community knows about it. And Max, I want to thank you for coming on and being willing to sit up here in the bright lights and tell us your personal story and what it's been like and the struggles you went through. So my thanks to you, and certainly Bo, my thanks to you also.
Of course, thanks for having us.
I wish you every success going forward, and I'd love to hear how things progress in the future.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Game Changers Silicon Valley. Each week, we'll address an area of innovation that may emerge as a game changer of tomorrow. You can follow us on our website, gamechangers.tv, Facebook, or Twitter. We look forward to your continued interest and participation in upcoming shows.